You ever feel like no matter what you're doing, you're not quite showing up as the man you know you could be? Not weaker, not broken, just unfinished. And here's the truth. It's not your genetics. It's not your job. It's the quiet daily things that are either shaping us or stripping us down. So today we're getting real about what's building our masculinity and what's quietly killing it. This is not just one of those other checklists telling us to lift more, shave better, or buy some overpriced cologne. We're not here for hacks. We're here for alignment, because most of us were never taught what real masculinity actually looks or feels like. We saw extremes, loud dominance, quiet avoidance. But somewhere in between there's grounded power, calm confidence, quiet strength. That real, deep, natural masculine vibe. That's the space we're stepping into today. We're breaking down 7 small shifts you didn't expect that take us from unsure to unshakable. Let's go. 1. Stand like you mean it. We don't always realize it, but our body is having a conversation before we ever say a word. And posture? That's our opening sentence. Most of us go through the day folded into ourselves, shoulders hunched, head tilted down, phone in our hand, heart buried behind our ribcage. We think it doesn't matter, but the world reads it. And worse, our own mind reads it. See, posture isn't just about looking taller. It literally affects our whole appearance and even our mood, our thoughts, and our ability to respond to stress. When we shrink our body, we shrink our energy. We stop taking up space, and eventually, we stop believing we deserve space. But when we open up, when our chest lifts, our spine straightens, our eyes come up, everything changes. The way how others see us, the way how we see us. Try it right now. Sit up just 5% straighter. Roll your shoulders back. Relax your jaw. Take a breath so deep your ribs expand. Raise your chin by just 0.5 centimeter. That shift, that's presence, that's groundedness. That's us coming back to your own deep masculine energy. We don't have to walk around puffed up like cartoon alpha males, but we do need to move like we belong, because we do. Posture is physical, but it's also psychological. It's how we tell the world, I'm here, I'm ready. Posture first, power follows. And when we feel shaken, posture is where we go back, because standing tall is the most masculine thing we can always do. 2. Speak slower, speak lower. We've all done it. Rushed through a sentence, talked over someone, raised our pitch without realizing it. We thought if we spoke faster, we'd sound smarter. If we filled every silence, we'd seem more in control. But here's what we've learned. Real control doesn't rush. Think about the most grounded men you've ever been around. They don't talk a lot. They don't raise their voice. But when they do speak, people listen. That's not magic, that's tone, tempo, weight, and the science backs it up. Studies show that lower, calmer voices are rated as more trustworthy, more competent, and more respected. But this isn't about faking it or putting on some deep, gritty voice. It's about slowing down enough to hear ourselves, speaking with intention, letting our breath do the heavy lifting. So next time we speak, whether it's at work, with a partner, or even in the mirror, let's do it from the gut, not the throat. From our center, not our fear. Let's pause instead of panicking. Let's leave room for silence to do some of the talking, because silence isn't awkward. It's actually powerful. Lower voice, higher respect. The world doesn't need us to talk more. It needs us to speak when it matters, and to speak like it matters. 3. Clean your act up, grooming. This one isn't about being trendy, it's about showing up for ourselves with intention, because whether we like it or not, the world is scanning us the moment we walk in. Not for brands or fashion statements, but for effort. And effort shows. Is our beard edged or outgrown? Are our nails trimmed or forgotten? Are we dressing like the man we're trying to become, or like we gave up this morning? Grooming isn't shallow, it's structure. It tells our brain, today matters. And once we start treating each day like it matters, others start treating us like we matter too. The truth of the matter is, we don't need a closet full of designer fits. We need 4 to 5 solid, clean, well-fitting basics. Clothes that let our presence speak louder than our patterns. Clean shoes, fitted tee, lined up beard, good breath, hydrated skin, simple, consistent, respectful, look sharp, live sharp. Grooming isn't for other people. It's a signal to ourselves that we still give a damn. 4. Train like your life depends on it, because one day, it might. Strength isn't about aesthetics, it's about readiness. When we train, when we lift, stretch, push, sweat, we're not just building a body, we're building a buffer. Against stress, against stagnation, against the version of us that quits too soon. Strength says, I can carry this, I can keep going. Your entire vibe will represent that automatically. And when we feel emotionally lost or unmotivated, the body becomes a place to anchor, to rebuild discipline, to feel our edge again. Even a 20-minute lift session can reset our mood, refocus our thoughts, and rebuild trust in ourselves. And no, we don't need to chase perfection. We need to chase consistency. 3 days a week, progressively overload, add one uncomfortable rep. Let our sweat remind us what we're made of. Build strength, build self-respect. Do it, because the barbell won't lie to us. It either moves or it doesn't, and the only way to move it is to move ourselves. 5. Sleep like a king to live like a man. We can't outrun sleep. We can only delay the crash. And when we're sleep deprived, everything slips. Our mood, our focus, our drive, even our testosterone, the literal chemical backbone of masculinity, drops like a stone. We start snapping over small things. Our workouts feel harder. Our face looks older. Our patience evaporates. But when we permit ourselves to rest deeply, everything starts clicking again. This isn't weakness, this is maintenance. So we set a time. We protect it like a meeting with someone important, because it is. We keep the room cool. We shut off the screens. We let our nervous system exhale. And when we wake up from a real night of sleep, we remember what power feels like again. Sleep fuels strength. Tired men make sloppy decisions. Rested men move with clarity. And clarity, that's priceless masculinity. 6. Control your emotions. Control the room. Masculinity isn't emotional suppression, it's emotional containment. We're allowed to feel it all: anger, sadness, fear, frustration, but we're not allowed to let it control us. Because when we react without thinking, when we yell, blame, snap, pout, we leak power. And that's what emotional chaos is: leaked power. Real masculinity is learning to hold the storm inside and still walk forward. It's noticing the rising heat, taking a breath, and choosing how to respond, not just if we respond. This takes practice, but every time we succeed, even once, we prove to ourselves that we're not at the mercy of the moment. We are men. We are not reactors. We are deciders. Calm is masculine superpower. 7. Kill the kryptonite habits. Let's get honest. There are things we're doing daily that are draining us, and they're not dramatic. They're subtle. Constantly checking our phones for a dopamine hit, scrolling until midnight, seeking validation in likes or attention, gossiping under the mask of conversation, complaining about everything except what we can control. These don't just waste time, they soften us, they erode presence, they steal masculinity. And the worst part? We know they're doing it, but we do them anyway. Let's break that loop, shall we? Start by tracking the biggest one. Cut it out for 1 week. Notice how your brain starts to crave creation again instead of consumption. Replace the scroll with a walk. Replace the gossip with a hard workout. Replace the late night binge with an early rise. Cut the noise. Claim your power. We're not lazy. We're just distracted, but we don't have to stay that way. Bonus, the shift that changes everything. This isn't habit 8. This is the hinge, the shift that locks everything else into place. Because here's the deal. None of what we have spoken about, not the posture, the grooming, the training, the sleep, none of it sticks unless we take full responsibility for ourselves. We can't outsource growth, we can't delegate discipline, and we sure as hell can't expect transformation without ownership. The day we stop blaming our past, our parents, our partner, our dog, whatever, is the day we stop being passengers and become drivers. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's a superpower. It's the moment we stop waiting for life to happen and start making life happen. So yeah, this isn't just another habit. This is the framework that holds all the others. Own your life before it owns you.